Hello, I'm here in my apartment again. Room check. I got a shelf. I found a shelf on the street and I carried it all the way home. My shoulder is bruised and sore, but I got a shelf and I think it looks very nice. Keeps all my cameras on it. Nice, good find. The vintage and thrift markets in Korea have become kind of like a coping mechanism for me. I go there almost every weekend, if not that, every second weekend, just to walk around, look at all the stuff, look at all the junk. But the one thing I'm always looking out for when I go to these markets is I'm looking for cameras. Not because I necessarily need cameras. I have plenty, actually, probably too many. But because I'm always looking out for cameras that I know are worth a lot of money or that I know are really good, being not appreciated for what they are and just being sold on the street for like 10 bucks or whatever. So I'm always looking out for that. But that kind of happened last week, kind of. I found this boy. I instantly recognized this when I saw it because I know that these are very, very popular among the younger generation because, you know, they take great photos, they're a point and shoot. So they've become really popular, basically. I've watched them grow in popularity and grow in price because of said popularity. Up until the point where I checked on eBay, you can buy one for around $250. And I saw it sitting on a little throne of junk. And having this $250 price in my mind, I asked the guy selling it, I was like, yo, how much is this? And he's like, 30,000 won, which is the equivalent of like 30 bucks. And so I picked it up, I took it home. I was very happy with my purchase. And obviously I wanted to test it to see if the $30 I spent on it was worth it. So I went to the streets of Itaewon to take it around the streets, the alleyways, take some test photos, and see what's up. So I am here with the Olympus that I thrifted in Itaewon, testing it out, finding some alleyways, finding some stuff, just having a good time. Man, so hard to take photos here. As I got there, I was already having a hard time choosing what film to shoot with. The sun was setting and I only had 100 ISO and 200 ISO film on me. I decided to go with the Fuji Industrial 100 ISO because it was already expired and it didn't matter too much if I messed it up. I really enjoyed using this camera actually. I had a few issues with it, however. One being the viewfinder is so small, but if I'm walking around in the street and I go to like take a photo and I'm looking for where the viewfinder is and I can't find it. And that frustrated me quite a lot. But yeah, I found it really difficult to locate the tiny little viewfinder on this boy. The second issue I had, as I was walking through the street, you know, I had my other camera in my hand and like I was carrying stuff. So I was going one-handed. And what would always happen was I'd be holding it like this and then I'd bump that with my hand and it would turn off. It's just a tiny little movement that can turn it on and off. And so when you're holding it like this, it's really, really easy to bump it and turn the camera off. I honestly lost count of how many times that happened. Of just, I don't know if that's a design flaw in the camera or a me flaw. I haven't heard of this complaint before from anyone that's used this camera. So it's very likely that it is just me being stupid. My biggest gripe with this country is that there's no negative space anywhere. I've crammed so much shit into this place that there's no room for anything. Most of my photography, at least up until this point, has been very clean. So it's really hard to find frames that I actually like because there's so much other shit like getting into the frame that I don't want. I came home and overall I was pretty satisfied with how it turned out. It's almost one of my favorite point and shoots that I've used. I don't think any of the images had an issue with autofocus. It was sharp every single time. Was it worth buying this Olympus stylus for the 30 bucks that I got it for? I think absolutely yes. There's a few little user flaws that I'm not quite used to, but for a camera that's worth $250 on eBay, I think this was a very, very great score. And if you can find one for as cheap as that, 100% go for it. I am very, very happy with that find, and I will continue to go to these vintage thrift markets to find more stuff. Yes, that is all from me. Thank you very much for watching. I apologize deeply for the quality of photos in this video. But you know, we learn, we improve, we ball. Put that on my gravestone. Goodbye.